I fell in love with the lights, opposed for them cameras. Left whatever I know to take chances. Never did have luck with romance.
We at BET Weekend, Los Angeles, LA Live. What's up, LA? We here.
That's right. And so, man, what song have you done for us today, man?
So today, I just did a rooftop performance of my new single, Cold. It's the intro to my third EP that I just released, Leave of Absence. If you haven't checked out Leave of Absence, it's out now on all platforms. This is the first project that I've dropped since I left Wall Street, hence the name Leave of Absence. For those who don't know, I was a Wall Street banker for about 5 years. And, music was my lifelong passion, so I left that, and now we out grinding, man.
Man, and that's something good to know, like, even from Wall Street to actually doing music, like...
Yes, sir.
How was that journey been going for you, man?
It was a crazy journey, you know. I grew up in a small town in upstate New York called Hillsdale, as well as Hudson. And I moved to the city when I was 15, 16 because numbers were my hustle, you feel me? I had to get my family to a better place. So Wall Street was a means to an end. I learned a lot. And once I got that knowledge, I knew it was time to take things seriously with my art and put that behind the music and behind, the business side of things. And it's a crazy story. I prepped my resignation letter last year after getting the offer for my first nationwide tour. I wake up the morning of to submit that. The bank I worked at, Bank of America, reaches out to me that I have to return to my office in 10 days. And instead I resigned. I already planned on it. And then we went on tour. Shout out my man Marky Basie, my first nationwide tour. And we dropped the EP, man. So it's been a journey over the past 12, 14 months since I left Wall Street, man. But I made the right choice. It's a blessing to be here right now. We got a big opportunity.
That's right. BET Weekend, man. Tell us what you've been doing for the BET Weekend. We've seen you outside. We've been watching you. We've been tapped in. How was your BET Weekend, man?
Hey, this was my first BET Awards. As a New Yorker, I don't be in LA as much as I'd like to, but that's going to change. Don't worry about that. But BET Weekend has been crazy since we touched down. We hit the BET House. We hit a bunch of after parties, shook a lot of hands. We went to the Empire Brunch, went to the BET Awards. Last night I was at Apartment 200. That shit was lit. So, yeah, man, we just been getting around in L.A., shaking hands. I met a lot of people who I look up to these past couple of days. Met Jada earlier today. Shout out Jada Kiss, man. So we've been working the rooms, man. Did my first press room with BET. Shout out Hot 97. Shout out Power 105.1, Baller Alert, social cast, everybody who tapped in. Blessings.
That's right. So what is it you looking for? Are you looking to be signed right now? Are you looking to stay independent? What's your goals right now, my brother?
So Jake James is fully independent.
Okay.
I would not say I'm looking to get signed. I'm looking for capital from the right places where it makes sense. So, if a JV is in question or the business makes sense, we could talk about it. But, I'm here for the long haul. I'm here for the next decade at least, and I ain't going nowhere. So whether that's money being funded by me, myself, my team, and our investors or a label, it ain't gonna make a difference. We're gonna be here dropping the best music. So y'all keep a lookout.
What's your reason for staying independent? Is it because everybody else saying, hey, I want to be independent? Or what's your reason and why it resonates with you to stay independent for right now?
Absolutely. So like I said, I come from a Wall Street background in finance. I have a degree in finance, and you really need to understand the structure of a record label contract before you just take money from any label. And it's no disrespect to the labels. It's just something that I've learned doesn't need to be the traditional structure that every artist takes. There are other opportunities and other business deals and structures that you can learn about to retain ownership in your brand, retain a larger portion of your royalties, own your masters, and really create wealth with your music. And I think that's part of my message as the Wall Street banker, as some people call me. Teach people about the business side of things. And for me, staying independent is a way for me to keep it in the family. I'm Italian.
I like that, man. I like
Hell
that.
yeah.
So is there any artist right now that you like, man, if I can get a song with this one artist, I already know my career is going to turn up. I mean, of course, Drake, right? But other than Drake,
Shout out Drizzy.
Shout out Drake. I mean, other than Drake, what artist right now that you think will complement your sound and make a hit song with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually a friend of mine from New York who I'd love to work with, Lola Brooke. I think she's doing her thing right now. So shout out Lola.
Okay.
it's been love from the jump. We did a show at SOBs a little over a year ago, and she's been doing her thing. So, yeah, Lola Brooke, New York City, you know, get it hot.
Play with it, don't play with it.
Get it
right?
hot, yeah. But many artists who I plan to work with in the near future. And just met Jadakiss earlier today. That's another one on the list right there. So more to come, though. More to come. Hell yeah.
So who's some of the people that inspired you to actually want to rap?
Yeah, so it's a crazy story. This whole journey started when I met Mac Miller when I was 13. I come from a small town with like 1,000 people. So, you know, something bigger than the normal blue collar, you know, work a trade lifestyle wasn't out there. And when I met Mac and saw the energy he brought to his fans and a whole room in upstate New York full of people inspired, I realized that that's something I wanted to do with my life, you know? And Mac showed me it was possible. So shout out Mac Miller, rest in peace, most dope. And keep a lookout for me and Big Germ from Pittsburgh. You know, one of Mac Miller's producers, we've been working together, so keep a lookout for some of that coming soon.
Man, I can see how that's what's up, man. So, is there anything else like, do you have a Hollywood chick right now? What's up? What's up with that, man? What you doing right now, man? You ready to wipe up one of those Hollywood chicks? You know what they say, once you made it, you gonna get a Hollywood chick, you forgot about everybody else. And what's your take on that, man?
Hey, I've been single for a while, man. Leave of Absence is a love letter to my female supporters. I ain't gonna speak on anything out in the Hollywood, you know, era this weekend, but you're gonna see me outside, and you're gonna hear it in the music. We're telling love stories, man. That's it.
So, I'm gonna put this out there. So if you could, I know we don't want to start no verses, but if there was one artist to put you in the game, you say, no, if you had an opportunity to do a versus, and you wanted to do a versus against someone, could that person be? Just for like friendly competition,
Friendly competition?
Friendly competition, not nothing like, oh, I don't like this guy. It's more friendly competition, like I like him because I want to compete because he's that good.
Hell yeah.
You know?
Hell yeah.
So who could that person you think would be?
Hey, you know, white rappers get compared to each other a lot. You know, one day maybe me and G-Eazy or someone like Jack Harlow have a versus. We gonna see.
Okay,
you know,
I can see that.
I still got a lot of songs to drop, so my catalog gonna build up. But
okay, right.
Stay tuned.
But you dope. You definitely a dope MC.
Much respect to the competition, but we here. You know.
Right. Okay. And so, any new tours coming up next? Any new? What else you got coming up next, man, that we can know about?
Absolutely. So we just did the release party in Atlanta for Leave of Absence. Shout out everybody that pulled up in Atlanta. Had a lit night. We're gonna do a listening party in New York soon, show in New York, and we're pending some tour dates soon. So keep a lookout for that. But right now we on the hush with it, pushing this project and our markets, you know, up front and center.
Also, I must talk about the NFTs right now in the music industry. What's your take on NFTs and cryptocurrency? You know, that's been coming about. Are you dipping in that? Are you getting inside of the NFTs, creating your own, or are you staying away from it? Are you educating yourself on it right now? What's your take on it?
Absolutely. I actually raised a little bit of capital for my first project, my first EP, through an NFT raise.
Oh, okay.
So shout out Pollinate, a platform that's used to basically peer fund cryptocurrency. We did raise a good amount of capital for my first project through that. I think it was about $5,000, which helps at the end of the day as an independent artist. So I think if you use it wisely, it can be a good route for you. I think you need to understand the risks, understand that you can lose a lot of money. I come from a traditional background in finance, so if you want to make a sound investment, that would not be my first suggestion. But it is art, and you can profit from art if you're smart about it. So I would never, tell you not to go learn more and do your own research. But most importantly, get your money, man. Learn about it.
Right. Not only they can get a feature from it, they can probably get some business advice and investment advice from you as well.
Hell yeah. You'll see more of that from me coming soon. We're gonna start weekly social media programming with a little bit of financial knowledge for y'all. Bring in some of my Wall Street network. Got a lot of friends on Wall Street who could share a lot of good things to help some people learn about how to build their wealth. And it's tough out here. You gotta know how to stay ahead.
That's right. So, what can we look forward to? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
The next 5 years?
Yeah.
On top.
On top.
One of the biggest.
Okay.
And I won't stop until I get there. You're gonna see the rest of the summer a lot of content dropping from the Leave of Absence project, a lot of music videos. We also got a new EP ready for later in the summer, and you know, talks of a first album coming soon. So we got a lot coming for y'all, man. Right now, we building the catalog out, so you're gonna see me all around, without a doubt.
Okay, can you kind of picture that for me when you say on top? Is that you gonna be performing at BET? Are you gonna be, you know, Grammys, top Grammys?
Absolutely.
I just want everybody to know, so it was here said first, you know,
Yes.
before you actually make it.
Absolutely.
What's the top looking for you? Like,
Hey, within the next 5 years, I would love to be considered for the Grammys, the BET Awards, performing on that stage.
Right.
And we're not gonna stop working till we get there.
right.
I'd love to be known as the #1 white boy out of New York. You know, we ain't really had one out there yet, so I'm gonna be working until I get that label, you feel me? And at the end of the day, it's about making great music and inspiring people. And I think that's something that we're gonna do over the next 5 years, man. I'm looking forward to it.
all right, that's good. I got one question. One word to describe you and your music.
One word to describe me and my music.
Yeah.
Real. You know? I try to be myself and nothing else but that. And the fact that people show love and it brings some kind of inspiration to them, that's why I'm here, y'all. So much love to y'all. We're gonna keep this shit growing. And like he said, 5 years from now, look back at this moment, you feel me?